don't you settle in your office? Alice suggested to Clive. I'll bring in tea shortly, and you two can update one another in private. Rowan rose, leaning slightly on a cane of some sort. When he'd gone to daytime rest, she'd been using crutches. Once inside his office, he asked quietly, "What did Dr. Jenkins say exactly?" Just a few days before, during a very public ambush, Rowan had been at a traffic light when she'd been crashed into by 3 cars full of wolf shifters, who'd then unloaded multiple weapons worth of ammunition, resulting in 14 gunshot wounds and multiple broken bones. Witches, specifically the Procella family, had been behind the attack, and Rowan was in the process of closing that case with all responsible parties arrested. Which was a great deal to heal from in and of itself. But to top it off, one of the witches responsible for the ambush had attempted to kill Rowan via magic less than 24 hours prior. Also in public. In the presence of a chaos demigod and one of the most powerful witches on the planet. And thanks to the goddess inside his wife and the aforementioned witch and demigod, Clive's wife had lived. It took a complicated situation and amplified it, involving one rather large and sticky mess of vampiric and magical goings-on, and Rowan bore the weight of it all. Most would have broken under the pressure long ago, but Rowan wasn't most, and she'd taken her pain and rage and spite and forged it into the sort of will and perseverance her enemies couldn't begin to fathom. She'd been on their trail, pulling together all the pieces of this complicated mess. The closer she got to figuring it all out, the sharper her energy would get as she focused hot enough to start a fire. Watching her work endlessly fascinated and excited him. And poking at her to take care of herself was a delight for them both. Dr. Jenkins declared my broken leg healed as fuck. Okay, not that last part verbatim, but the story ends the same. Sort of the same, she amended when he gave her a bland look. It's not back to 100%. I'm free of the cast, as you can see. There's like a brace thing I'm to wear, especially while I'm sleeping for the next week or 2. The worst part was a 3-month moratorium on kicking with that leg. That's my dominant kicking leg. She looked so aggrieved, he wanted to laugh. I'll have to content myself with using this cane as an extension of my body. I was getting good with the crutch as a weapon, so I figure I can use those basic principles. Bonus, there's a blade tucked into the handle. Star just pranced right into Dr. Jenkins's office and dropped it at my feet like she worked there. He gave the hand-carved walking aid a look and nodded his approval. I wouldn't have expected anything less of your dog. Rowan's magic dog/familiar had a way of just showing up whenever she was needed. Given the utter violent chaos that was Rowan's life and her job, Clive supported any strong proponent in Rowan's corner, and Star was certainly entertaining to have in the household. Then I'm doubly impressed, and please, you're free of the more constricting cast. After the most recent attack on her the night before, he'd been concerned there'd be a setback. She sniffed, pretending to be indignant, and then ruined it by snorting. Dr. Jenkins got a little miffed she couldn't write a paper about my super healing in some journal on account of me not being human and all. I'm not sure if I should be offended or not, but she cheered up after reminding me I'm prone to injury and need a local doctor, so she'd see me soon enough. Well, let's keep all your bones unbroken from today forward. It can be a life goal. He added a wink to rile her a little. She groaned. You act as if I love getting nearly killed on a regular basis. I do not. It hurts.